Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, people of all kinds, welcome to the best show during the best part of the week, the end of the week.
Cut that shit off. The EOW podcast. We really got to change that song. It doesn't suit it, and it's just kind of on here. I got to switch it. But welcome back to the end of week podcast. We got Rob to my left. How you doing, Rob?
I'm doing good, man.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, you have to register that.
He didn't even ask you back. Yeah, I'm doing good. And that's all I care about, that I'm good.
Chan, how you doing?
Hi, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And all right, get the giggles out.
Okay, all right. So you.
Because we're getting serious today.
Yes.
Okay, this is our second in our little series of how you've changed in the last 10 years. We did Robert's previously. You want to do yours or you want me to do mine?
I mean, up to you. I mean, whatever.
I'm indifferent.
So two indifferences go to the bar.
Rob, who's
Rob,
going?
decide for us.
I'm deciding between you two?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He's having a stroke.
Mike.
Okay.
Mike, all right, let's go.
All right, so it's 3 ways that you have changed in the last 10 years that you think you have changed. And they don't have
three
to
ways that you've had in the last 10 years?
3 ways you've changed.
Oh.
Did I mess up
okay.
or did you miss here?
No. Sorry. Wrong segment. You good. Yo. Why am I the only one who's getting the sound effects? Why am I the only one who's getting the sound effects? God damn it. All right, go ahead.
Well deserved.
So they don't have to be for the better. Rob's were pretty much all for the better.
Right.
So it's all been downhill for me.
I am now sad.
What a setup. Oh, man. Oh, my.
That was good, right? Like that?
That was great.
Oh, boy.
No, that doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. I'm just saying, like, they don't have to all be great.
Yeah, I mean that's a good, different perspective for it.
Yeah. So I mean, one that for sure that it could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing depending on how you look at it. But I've become more of a recluse as I've gotten older. Like I don't want to really go out to bars or go out to clubs or meet new people. Like I'm kind of like happy with what I have right now. So like I said, that could be good, that could be bad because you're not meeting new people. But you're also don't feel the need to.
And you're also very dependent on the current circle that you have, right? Because you don't have the luxury of like getting into a big fight with like maybe one of your friends does something to you that really fucks the whole relationship up. You don't have a backup. Like you have your circle of friends, and if you all share the same friends, and it becomes weird because you don't want to hang out with the guy at the same time, and blah blah. So it becomes very fragile, a fragile ecosystem. Very very close, very great because it's like no new friends, blah blah blah. But it's like great and fragile at the same time.
It is and it isn't because I guess that could be the second way I've changed is that I don't really take anything too seriously, which I think is a good thing. So if you get into an argument with your friend or anything like that, like there'd only be like a handful of things that someone can really do that I will be like, okay, I'm not talking to you anymore.
So that's what I meant, right? Because as you get older, you don't hold that many grudges anymore, right?
I have there is no person that I can honestly say I hate.
Oh,
yeah,
wait.
agreed. Yeah. For 100%. Yeah.
Hmm?
On Earth, you're saying?
Yeah.
Like there's no one?
No.
No one.
I may have hated them in the past, but as of right now, I don't. Like, I'm good.
Rob has a little black notebook.
Because I think that's like another, because that's true. Like there is no one I will say I actively hate. Like,
Yeah.
I could dislike you. I could think you're annoying, but I don't hate you. I think that's different. So that's kind of something that I've learned as I've gotten older. Is that, and I think that kind of comes with just learning that you're not the center of the universe, that everybody is doing their own thing. So, you know, like you did something, but that was better for you. Maybe it wasn't better for me, but that's fine. It's cool.
So I have a couple of questions for you in terms of like how with that mindset. First of all, how does not taking stuff too seriously affect you, like your relationships, like I don't know, with like a girlfriend, for example?
Not great.
And there you go, folks.
And that's why I don't like meeting new people.
Full circle. Full circle. No, I mean, so that's why I said it's good and bad. So it's good because you don't take anything too seriously. You don't take yourself too seriously. You just kind of go with the flow. You know, you don't really get offended by anything. But then at the same time, you don't really get, I don't want to say the closeness, but you can't really resonate with someone who cares about stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because it just seems stupid to me.
So what's an example of that?
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Great question.
I can't really think of an example of it.
Like, I mean, it's hard for me to think.
It's hard to
Okay,
explain.
all right. Here we go. You are dating a girl, right?
Okay.
And you're about to go out to somewhere nice. Maybe it's just a restaurant that, you know, she's been really excited about, and she's getting ready. And she's just like, oh, my God, this dress looks so ugly on me.
Okay.
I feel so ugly. I don't want to go, Mike. I don't want to go. I look ugly. I look disgusting.
Okay.
What?
I have
what
like
is your
1,000 more questions for Rob.
What is there?
So many more
is about
questions.
Mike. What is your reation to that? How do you manage that situation?
Calling the fucking psych ward. But
Oh my God. Get the fuck out of there.
but in a toned down normal version of what you just said.
Yes.
Please.
I would,
Please. That's not relatable. What the hell?
in a normal conversation like that, yeah, I mean, I would just be like, you look fine, let's go.
You look fine.
Or you know, like, you look great. Like, let's go.
Bro.
Like,
Bro.
let's keep it pushing. Like, come on.
I don't see a problem with it.
It's perfectly sipped up. It's functional. It does not have any imperfections. Therefore, you are good.
But if you say you look fine, you are still trying to empathize or like cater to.
Oh, I'm not saying I can't empathize, and I'm not saying I'm gonna help someone.
Well, that definitely sounds like it. That definitely.
Not help someone, you know. Like, of course, I can still do that, but it just, in my own mind, I think so many things are just so trivial, like it doesn't matter. Which a lot of normal people get harped up on.
So that's the whole. So yeah, you can't have both, Mike, because that's the whole thing about being somebody that can feel sympathy or be, you know,
all right,
relatable.
I can pretend to feel sympathy.
Oh my God.
No, okay, but in stuff, okay, if it's like a serious,
This is
no.
Let's hope there are no candidates watching this video.
No. Look, let me explain. If it's something that's serious, right? Like a serious matter.
Yo, Mike is really that meme where it's like, he's like, you tell him something horrible, he's like, oh, that's crazy.
No.
It's worse. It's like, that's rough.
You're like,
Rough. Damn.
No, but there's a big difference between something actually serious that you are gonna.
But that's my whole point, because what you might consider trivial, the other person might consider very, very important.
That's true. Yeah, 100%.
So,
but I feel like everybody has it.
yeah. But then that doesn't allow you to be relatable and feel like be able to connect with a person that's going through a rough time, while you don't feel yourself that they are giving importance to something that's actually important.
Well, a rough time. Well, okay, I see what you're saying. A rough time is different than putting on a dress, right? But
I mean,
that was just the example. But you're right. But I don't know how to explain it.
It's like when you're in high school, there are there are different types of like students or high school or middle school, whatever. We just in school in general. There's always people that like get a 93 and they get super bummed out because they could have done better. They could have gotten 100 because they know the material, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
And then there are people that get a 93 and that's a fucking accomplishment, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. So when you see, let's assume that you're the guy that gets the 93 and gets angry or sad, and then I look at you and I'm the guy that gets a 93 and gets happy, I feel like you're complaining and you're being like a crybaby and stuff like that. So that would be an example.
See, I think it's the reverse, though. Because I think, in my opinion, because I'm not complaining about anything. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I got the 93, I'd be happy. But if someone got a 93 and we're complaining about it, I'd be like, that's stupid.
Yeah, agreed. I'm not saying that you as a person would react that way, but I'm saying that's an example of two people that are very different not being able to feel sympathy for each other. You know,
True.
And then in a adult level relationship, sometimes your partner feels sad or feels like any type of like bad feelings towards a specific situation that you don't think that's not that bad. You know, why are you acting like this? That type of unrelatable or disconnection would be the right word. That type of disconnection is what stops you from being a person that can feel sympathy.
See, you're right, but then I'll say my third biggest change, though, is that I became a lot nicer. So even if I can't relate to it, I'm not going to be like, oh, that's stupid, don't worry about it.
Right.
I'm going to still try to help you. Even if I don't get it, I'm not going to just berate you.
So
like,
that's
you know
what you
I
mean
mean?
with like pretending. It's like it's not it's not faking. It's not
like,
faking.
yeah.
It's like actually trying.
Yes,
you know,
trying.
It's like it's trying, right? It's like trying to understand the other person. Like, I mean, I don't get it, but okay,
It's like
let's deal with it.
objective empathy.
Yeah,
Objective empathy is fine.
exactly.
That's a good
yeah.
one.
So
Can I ask, all three of yours were linked, so what caused the change for you? Was it organic or was there a trigger?
I don't know. I think it just happened over time. I think you just get older and like, because I mean, it's just things I've noticed.
what do you mean, like things you've noticed?
Like, well, for example, with the recluse thing, where I say I don't want to really go out like that anymore. I mean, back in the day, we used to go all over the place, like all the time.
You sure did.
Yeah. So, you know, that was, and then that's like a tangible thing I can see. Like, I used to always want to go out, do this, do that, and that. And then as I got older, just like, But that could be just because when you're 15, 16, you're trying new things, you're seeing what you like, what you don't like.
Yeah.
By the time you're 25, you kind of know what you like. You kind of know what you don't like.
Yeah.
So you can kind of just, I don't know.
So you actually think that like,
but I'll still go do things.
right, because
you know,
when it's
like,
important or
no
like
problem.
where you,
Or even just, you know, if someone's like, let's go out, like, yeah, sure. Like, I'll never really be the one to say it, but I'll do it. No problem.
Gotcha. So do you think, is it because of like you lost interest in like trying, or do you think those situations are just repeated situations that you've gone through before and you don't, and since you already know you don't like them, you don't see any interest in like going through the effort? Not like when you were 15, 16 where you were like partying for the first time or like really partying for the first time and stuff like that. So since you already went through all that, you just feel like I already know that shit, I don't need it.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you see those memes where it's like I'm old now because I was doing shit when I was like 14 or whatever. It's kind of similar because we started kind of early. So, you know, it just kind of gets, you know, like if you start, and I'm really just mostly talking about like going to bars and clubs and stuff like that. If you start doing that at 21, you're going to be like towards your 30s by the time you're like, okay, I'm kind of done with this. Right. But if you start doing stuff like that when you're like 14 or, you know, 15, by the time you're 25, you're like, all right. I mean, I've done this all.
Since I'm coming from Puerto Rico, the legal drinking age limit is 18. So
we all start drinking at 13.
Right. So it's like, I remember the first time, like, my cousins brought me a beer at a house party at my house with my parents and my uncles around. So I was exposed to it very, very early on. I I kind of had this thing where I wanted to make sure that I was being a good kid, so I would mostly say no, specifically in high school when I was trying to get my shit together to go to college. But once I got there, 17, so I graduated and was 17 when I got to the university. It's complete mayhem, you know? It's like the first week just throwing up, like horrific, you know?
Yeah.
You're out of control. You
Well,
don't know.
it's your first taste of freedom.
Exactly, because it's
So,
not the same
yeah.
when you're drinking and then you have to go back home. This time, there's
Yeah.
nobody waiting for you.
Yeah.
I got home, one of my first nights, like, going out when I was my first year of college, I was getting home, like, at 5 a.m. So it was, and I remember the feeling of saying, like, wow, like, nobody's going to say anything. It's like the sun's fucking coming up and nobody's going to say anything when I get home. Like, I remember saying that to our friends and, like, relishing on that feeling of not having to answer to anybody. So I guess, like for me, since I started drinking, I guess it would make sense that you get tired of that type of dynamic once you get, like, hit 25, 24, 26.
Oh, I mean, I still love drinking.
No, but I mean, it's not the same cathartic
This is
experience.
what's known as a cry for help, people.
It does sound pretty bad, right? It's not, though. It's not.
Oh, I definitely love alcohol. I will never stop drinking alcohol.
Well, to be fair, you both are drinking beers and I'm not, so.
Right? No.
That's right. That's right. He's got the hard liquor waiting for him at home.
Empty. It's empty. 100%.
You're not wrong.
He's holding out for the whiskey. Holding
telling
out
you.
for the fucking whiskey. No, that's insane.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining about anything. If anything, I became more, I guess.
You hear those cracks? Oh my god, that was so distracting.
I don't know if the mic picked that up.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
he just cracked.
did.
Oh
the
my
hell
god.
out of his knuckles.
Okay, go on. Sorry.
No, I just think I've become more at peace with everything. I think that's the best way to put it. Nothing is gonna really
Damn.
set me off one way or the other.
Sounds like he's gonna die.
No,
I'm
not
at
like
peace.
that. Not like that.
I've made my arrangements.
Can't say nothing, man. Can't say nothing.
I made my arrangements.
Can't say nothing. No.
I've said my farewells. I've made amends. Yo, I'm gonna murder you.
I've got my affairs together.
All right. Well, not like that. Just in terms of being in a good mindset and just, not letting things get to you.
I mean, yeah, we definitely
and
get
stuff
it.
like that.
Yeah, we definitely get it. It's just about, you get out of that whole constantly changing, dynamic, vulnerable period in your life when you're finding out who you are. And then, you like you said, there gets to a point where you know what you want, you know what you like, and you know what you don't like.
Yeah.
And that's
And
completely
just stick
fair.
with that.
Yeah, and that's completely fair and understandable. That's why I was asking the whole thing about losing interest in stuff that you've already
Yeah,
gone through.
that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That
so that's
makes
about
sense.
it. It's the last time I talk about my feelings. And
I wonder why.
let us know how you've changed in the last 10 years. And next time we're doing you, Chief. So I'll remember
I'm
that.
nervous.
Oh,
And,
boy.
Nervous about this one.
I'm going to be on some psychiatry. Whatever. End the episode. We're done. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Subscribe. Please subscribe to see
Are you
more fails by
comfortable?
Mike.